Welcome back to our final segment of Upper Michigan. Today, we still have Cami in here with us. So, I mean, Tia talked about her sessions with you, 20+ sessions, and Tia talked about how it really helped her out. What are some things that you see with other people when they go through a number of sessions and they see, improved, being able to sleep better and things like that?
Yeah, so I'd say with kids, the biggest thing is their parents coming in and being like, I have a completely different kid. They're not melting down. They're not having their emotional outbursts like they used to. They're focusing in school. Their grades are better, which is amazing, right? So if we kind of get the brain out of the way and allow the child's true personality to shine through and do what they want to do, it not only affects their school and their homework, but it also affects the home life as well. And then with adults, I see a lot of anxiety and depression in adults, kind of just like that stress and burnout of just trying to balance all the things with our busy lifestyles that we have, right? Everyone's running 24/7, trying to do all the things. So just to be able to help their brains calm down, they come in and I've had people tell me, they're like, I've been depressed for 20 years and this is like the biggest change that I've noticed. Or I've had anxiety for years and they're like, now I go to work and something extremely stressful happens and I can take a step back and look at it almost from like an outside perspective and not kind of get caught up in that stress pattern that starts happening within our bodies. And they're like, it's amazing, to be able to just really see things for what they are, respond appropriately, and not feel like you have that heightened stress response where you go into almost like this fight or flight, no matter how big the stress is.
I relate to that sentiment a lot about just feeling less depressed. And this therapy, I'm really grateful for it because I've tried talk therapy before and it's great, but you have to be willing to open up. And sometimes there's these mental and emotional walls there that you don't even realize that you have. And with neurofeedback therapy, I think that's the biggest thing that sets it apart, is that you don't have to necessarily open up completely. You just have to show up. And that's the biggest thing. And then from there, you can still get this progress. You're still doing work.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of work.
It is.
Do you find that this is a great method, a great modality of treatment for people that have gone through other things, have tried medications and are unsatisfied?
Yeah, so we get a lot of clients that come in and they've been on meds for years and they're like, it works, but just doesn't work all the way. And so it's like, okay, let's do some neurofeedback, and as you start feeling better, you can go back to your doctor and get adjustments from them for medications. Or even people who have been in therapy on and off for years. Once we get the brain out of the way so it's functioning optimally and it's really optimized for the brainwave patterns that they need, they can then go to their therapist, and all the behavioral therapy stuff that they're learning there, they're able to then implement it and use it in their life because they're not stuck in that kind of like ruminating thoughts and anxiety and stress. It's like calm that down and then everything else becomes easier.
Yeah.
Is this something that's widely received in the rest of the country? And I guess what kind of evidence and scientific-based research is there to support this form of therapy?
Yeah, so neurofeedback, if you just do a quick on Google Scholar, there's a ton of research to back up neurofeedback. It's been around for many years, like 50 years. It's been a long time. And other parts of the country, I was actually just looking for a client who has a family member in Phoenix. They actually have 20 centers within an hour of Phoenix that provide neurofeedback. So a lot of these bigger cities, they have multiple clinics that offer this in different modalities. So it's definitely outside of the UP in a rural, underserved area, bigger cities, it's definitely, there's many clinics that do offer it there. Yeah.
I want to put up on the screen a slideshow of my brain waves from different sessions, and you'll see some steady improvement in some red going down, but you'll also see kind of a little bit of back and forth. That's how the therapy works.
Correct.
You can be making progress, but one day you might have a super hyperactive brain day.
Yeah.
So what can really people expect session to session, and is there anything that they can do to kind of make these changes more impactful?
Sure. So session to session, like you said, it can vary, right? Healing isn't necessarily a linear pattern. It's not just okay, we're on the path towards healing and there's not going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be bumps in the road. There might be days where your brain's too active because of what you ate or how you slept or stress that happened on the job before you came in, or your home life. But to really watching it as a whole, watching how your brain is trending as a whole, across multiple sessions is really what we're looking for.
Do you get clientele that may not have certain or a lot of the issues that your typical client may have, and may just want to go in just to see what their brain is like, you know, somebody like me who may not have trouble sleeping, but, you know, just to be curious to see what's going on?
Yes, yeah, so I get a lot of clients that come in that are just like, I just want to feel the best that I can. Let's see how this can help me. That's also a big one. Concussions is another one too that I see as a lot of concussion recovery.
Oh,
But yeah, if you're just looking for brain optimization, like I just want to feel the best, like sometimes you don't even know you have brain fog till the brain fog is gone, right? A lot of people with post-COVID brain fog that I had coming in, and they're like, it just feels like there's always a curtain behind my eyes, you know? And it's like clear up those brain waves, and that typically takes not very long, 5 to 10 sessions, and the brain fog's gone, and they're feeling much better.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure that we let everybody know how they can get in touch with you. We have some information that we can put up onto the screen. If you pull out your cell phones, open up your camera app, you can scan this right there. It'll take you to the NeuroFit website, to the booking page. Cami, is there anything that people should know before they book their first session, or what they can expect at that session?
Yep, so the first session we'll do a brain map, a QEEG, eyes open and eyes closed, to gather data on how the brain is currently performing. There'll also be an online intake form that I'll send over once they schedule, so I can review that ahead of time. We'll also review it at the visit as well. And then during the first session, we also complete an initial neurofeedback session. And then all the data from the QEEG, or the brain map that we collect on day 1, is something that we will review on day 2 to go over once I have a chance to look through all of the data and kind of compile it into a report.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Cami, thank you for your time this morning on Upper Michigan Today. We have just about 20 seconds left of the show, but also thank you for all of your help over the summer with me this